This is the Arena Sports Show. My name is Clauiee Grace Mpanza. Always alongside me is my favorite influencer, Mahlatse Mphahlele. And well, because ki December. I wish I could say that better. Like in my head, it sounded so much better than that influencer.
December, boss.
Baringi?
December, boss.
Shut the sugar. Oh no. I'm like, I learned. It's not Lindy.
It's Lindy.
Try again.
December, boss.
December, boss. So we are doing things a little bit different today. We're kickstarting, of course, the month where it's just 30 of us, just to look into, of course, the Bafana squad that was announced by Coach Hugo. And we'll also get to profile the Carling Cup final that will be coming up this weekend in Polokwane. Orlando Pirates taking on Marumo Gallants, which we're absolutely looking forward to. And I mean, because the encyclopedia, you know, and just to let you in, there's a beautiful article that he wrote. And I think you should just give, of course, a bit of time talking about Orlando Pirates fans and how they've been showing up Escotini and really what they're bringing in the league. Maybe talk to us about that, influencer, as to the importance why you felt the need to write that article.
Yeah, I think for the last 3-4 seasons, maybe I've missed 2 or 3 Pirates home games.
Yeah.
And every time I go there, I look forward to going to Orlando. Because I think the fans' response to the team, it started a few seasons ago when Jose Rivero came.
Yeah.
I guess he's got to do more with the type of football they're playing. They're playing very, very interesting football. And they turn up. They create a very good atmosphere there, whether it's the league or it's the Champions League or a so-called small team or a big team. They are there. Midweek, weekend,
Yeah.
everything. It's just an atmosphere that, you know, sort of talks to what South African football is all about. And you know, I thought maybe let me give the Pirates fans their flowers. With Sundowns, in the league, you hardly see that type of atmosphere unless if they're playing Pirates or Chiefs.
But give them Champions League.
But in the Champions League, something else, you know.
Yeah.
So because I think that's where the difference is between Pirates and Sundowns. Sundowns fans appreciate the Champions League a little bit more. That's why even if they're playing a small continental team, they still turn up.
I don't think they appreciate it more, influencer. I think they show up, yes, on Champions League.
Yeah.
Orlando Pirates fan, shop Guyana, it's sunny, it's a friendly game,
Yeah,
it's serious. They're there.
Yeah, so I think that's where it is. Chiefs needs to come. But Chiefs also, I think the disadvantage for them is the fact that they're playing at a big stadium. I mean, we saw recently when they went to Dobsonville.
Yes.
That I wasn't there, but I could see on TV. It was very, very nice.
It was.
It was a nice and compact stadium. So that's good, yeah. But
what's your thought on that, though?
I think they should go back there more.
You think they should go back
there more? Yeah, I think they should go back there more. You know, they will, you know, I think they will resonate with the people of Soweto in that sense. Pirates' advantage also is because they are playing in a township. I always say that if Sundowns were to go back to Mamelodi at HMPJ Stadium, the same thing will happen because that's the sort of the historical venue of the club, and they haven't been there since forever, you know, because of the problems that are there at the stadium. So yeah, Chiefs should consider really going to Dobsonville a bit more because the people responded there, and also the advantage of the match being in a township, it goes a long way. Yeah, but for now, the Pirates fans, without a shadow of doubt, the best in the country.
And I think also influencer logistics are important because when you look into where F&B is located, you kind of think, okay, who's walking there?
Yeah.
The taxi is getting there, the bus is getting there. So I think that's also a bit of a disadvantage, you know, for the Kaizer Chiefs fans because you have to think now about transportation money and, you know, late game. Whereas when it's at Orlando, Ekasi,
you can walk there.
You can walk there.
Yeah.
You know, it's not too far, which is nice. But the other thing that I appreciated that you wrote was the fact that the weather. For the longest time, South African fans were criticized that when it's raining, they don't show up. And they're comparing them to English fans in terms of the EPL, because whether it's snowing, whether it's raining, EPL fans will show up regardless of what club it is. And we're seeing Orlando Pirates, whether it's raining, whether it's scorching hot, they are at Escotini and they're singing with the center band line, which is really great.
Yeah, that match against Chippa recently, the weather was not good. I was a little bit worried that maybe people would not turn up at the stadium, but they filled the bloody place.
Yeah.
It was full. There were few empty seats inside the stadium. And it talks to what we started off talking about, that they just love going there. And I think what makes it even more interesting for Pirates is that fans want to go watch good football. They are playing good football. They're on a hot run now. I was checking the stats. Now going into the final, I think in all competitions, 8 games without a loss, 7 wins, 1 draw. So it's nice. Some of the players are doing very well. You can even see the fact that they've got about 9 players in the national team.
Yes.
They've overtaken Sundowns by a long shot. So
100%.
they are the form team. The team that has recruited very well. They've made some very, very good signings. Master Chef is there now. Police is there now. And these are Bafana players.
Yeah.
So there's just a good vibe around Pirates. I hope they can keep this, they can sustain this, because at the end of the day, as I've always said, Pirates needs to win the league. You can win all these cup tournaments, you can do all these types of things, but a true champion is just by winning the league. And they've got to go after Sundowns. They must just hope that Sundowns doesn't pick up. I watched Sundowns in their last match in Champions League against MC Alger. They were much, much better. The senior players took responsibility. Themba was on top form. Alena was on top form. Bronza was good. Kulusa was good. Obviously, there's going to be a disturbance now with Afcon.
For sure.
I don't know how they're going to look when they come back. But if they continue with that solid performance they gave against MC Alger, it's a Nandi-land.
It's a Nandi-land. I like that. I think at December, we like nice things. We're all about that. But on that note, a lot's been happening in the world of sports. So let's quickly find out what's in your top stories. And then after that, we'll continue the conversation looking into Orlando Pirates and Bafana.
Orlando Pirates coach Abdeslam Wadu says these players are 1,000% ready for the Kali knockout final against Marumo Gallants at Peter Mokaba Stadium in Polokwane. MLS side Chicago Fire have confirmed the signing of Orlando Pirates young defender Bekezeli Mbogazi, and he will join the team in the US after the Africa Cup of Nations in Morocco. Sports Minister Gayton Mackenzie's departmental officials were taken to task in Parliament this week over the decision to take the 62 million from cash-strapped sports federations and give it to VAR.
Well, it's always quite interesting when a lot is happening in the world of sport, because it makes it just a little bit tough to try and find a star of the week. I'm going to go first again this time around.
Let's see. Can I take a guess? Motorsport.
Am I predictable, or you just know me that well? Which one is it?
I think I know you that well now.
I think
We've been doing this for a while now, so yeah, I know.
Right.
Yeah.
Actually, I think this might be almost our work anniversary, because I think we started this time last year.
Yeah.
You're
so
not sure?
We need to celebrate.
We need to celebrate now.
I'm very bad with anniversaries, but yeah.
No wonder he's single, ladies and gentlemen. That's exactly why. But anyway, my star of the week is Max Verstappen, who has been absolutely incredible. You look into, of course, the race in Qatar, where you could have possibly ruled him out, but him and Red Bull, I think also the strategy that they really made sure that they execute top tier, gave Max the win, especially when you look into the McLarens were arguably the faster car. Oscar was the faster car as well, just that the team, of course, let him down. So what Max is doing and fighting, of course, within the championship is quite exciting. And you never rule out a Max Verstappen, which we're seeing in the season. So I think for me, Max. What about you?
So what are you going to do, because the season is coming to an end?
So we've got one more race, right, this weekend. Do you know who I would like to win personally?
You can tell me.
This is a safe space.
It's a safe space.
Safe space. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Comrade, you're protected.
I'm protected.
Or should I say honorable member? You're protected. It's a safe space.
No, maybe can I speak off camera and I just you just
No. You can say it here. No off camera stuff.
Oh man, but I think Oscar Piastri for me. I've really, as much as there are races where he dropped an influencer, but my thing is as a kid, and you know, in a season where of course, Lando, obviously, because he's the senior driver, he's expected to do well. But you've been challenging the senior guys. So I think for me, that's really been great to see. And his natural racecraft is brilliant. Like, he's just, for me, a fantastic driver, though. It's just, obviously, he just needs to master in terms of consistency throughout a season, because at the end of the day, it is a marathon and you need to show up in every race and not drop points. We saw him now in Qatar pulling off brilliant overtakes where he didn't hesitate, whereas in some races he was hesitating. So I think for me, in terms of racecraft, Oscar Piastri is brilliant. Max is also a great driver, but he already has championships, so I'd love for Oscar to win it. I know the Lando fans might be like, oh my goodness, you want Lando, but hey, we won't know until, of course, this weekend.
That's your story, you're not sticking to it.
And I'm sticking to it.
Yeah.
Mahlatse Mphahlele.
For me, I've got two. Relem Mofokeng.
Ooh, yes.
He has been coming along very nicely over the last few matches.
Yeah.
And it's good for Bafana and Afcon. He has sort of dropped down the pecking order in terms of the starting attackers.
Yeah.
You feel Coach Hugo Broos, now his first sort of attackers on the wing or whatever the case may be, would be Apolis and Nkota. There's also the Moremi dynamic. People must not forget about Chandra Campbell.
Yes.
There's a possibility he may go there and shut the light out at training and convince the coach to give him a chance to play. This is a talented kid. So competition is going to be very tight for him. But over the last while, I've liked the fact that the smile is back. He's playing well. He's assisting, and he looks happy. We need to take. I'm happy that we're taking a happy Mofokeng to an Afcon.
Yes.
This is a big deal for him. It's his first major tournament, and he must make the most of it. Opportunities may be limited because of Nkota's form, because of Apollo's form, but whenever chances come, he must take them. Interestingly, we were speaking to Apollos yesterday, and at Ivory Coast, he was not a starting player, but now he's a starting player, and he will, sort of take back from the experience of Ivory Coast and take it into this tournament.
For sure.
So it's very important. I think I've been impressed with him. He has done very well. Yeah.
Can I add to the skill sets that you were talking about? We've seen him, I think, the last game, the home game against Cheaper. We are Teklisha Manje really. He's taking up headers now. Boy is jumping. I'm like, you know what? I know the boy is fighting.
I can tell you, European scouts are watching. They said you must push. But we're going to be defending a little bit, boy.
Yeah.
So it's very good. Yeah. I think he must just forget about all these other things that are happening.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's hard on him seeing Bogazi leaves and Kota leaving and all those kinds of things. And because not so long ago, he was the one who was viewed as the player who will leave first.
Yeah.
But in life, these things happen. I'm sure the right time, the right move will come for him to go to Europe, and it will be good for him and for Bafana.
You know what one of my friends said? He was like, life is a bit funny. Sometimes you see now Mbogazi leave. He goes to, of course, USA. Then from USA, might be going to Europe. For Relay, he might shoot straight to Europe.
You never know.
We're never going to know.
So yeah, even from Bogas, I think I'm not really a huge fan of the MLS, but it may be a blessing in disguise for him.
Yeah.
Let him go there, let him push, let him work, and if he does well, who knows? I'm just a little bit, I think a few years ago when Polokwane left from Maritzburg, they said it's a detour. He will move from there and then he goes to Europe. He hasn't moved, he's still sitting there. I hope that doesn't happen to Mbogas, because it will really be a shame for such a great talent to go, in inverted commas, to be sitting in the US. And so he needs to be playing in a big league in Europe, because the talent is there, the quality is there, and everything. But my other star of the week will be the Springboks.
Yay! Yeah. Of course. Yeah.
A clean sweep in Europe. I've run out of superlatives to describe
Oh.
this team.
There's my journalist. Yes, sir.
I've read a lot of words to describe them.
Yeah.
They are just on another level. It's a pity that the tour ended with Ebenezer having been given a red card for what he did of our gouging. I anticipate he's going to get a long ban, which may be a problem for us. But generally, the Springboks, world class. They say men and women lie, but numbers don't lie.
Yes, sir.
They are there at the top, and that's where they belong. Let's see what they do when they go to the World Cup.
100%. We'll definitely look forward to that. We've got about 10 minutes, right? Let's see what we can pull out in 10 minutes. So let's go now looking into, of course, the curling final, looking into Orlando Pirates. We spoke about them, and, of course, against Marumo Gallants. Your expectations, talking to the skipper in Kosinati CBC, and I was just, alluding to also the importance of the 12th-man coach as well, Abdeslam Wadu, mentioning that the 12th man is important, that it's nice playing at a sold-out affair. And you could count in the season how many sold-out affairs Orlando Pirates has had so far, but they are still very safe, which is quite interesting. Their fans are not saying we are after them, which is quite interesting. But talk to us about the expectations, because you look into a Marumo side, who we do know that they tend to opt for the low block, and you look into Orlando Pirates side, who we know that they're quite exciting in terms of attacking and being offensive. And of course, mentioning CBC, talking about how they need to make sure that they also keep a clean sheet at the back so that they're safe at the back.
Yeah, this is going to be an awkward match for Pirates. And if you remember, Marumo has beaten Pirates already in the league early in the season. I like this Marumo coach.
Me too.
He's one of my favorites. There's not too much noise around the guy. And I've spoken to a few players there. They speak very highly of him. They are awkward. Most of the times he's right. The style of football that he plays, he tends to be a little bit more defensive. But against Pirates, Pirates will open up, and that may also force them to sort of try and play. If you look at Marumo, he does have here and there the players who can play. I'm just a bit concerned about Ndlovu. I think it will be a big miss if he's not part of this match for them, because in the last match he got a knock. There's a strong feeling that he may not be ready for the final, or whether it's mind games or what, I don't know. And I'm sure there's nothing that Ndlovu will want to put one over Pirates. He's always nice when a player comes back and do a number on their former team. They do have got what it takes. This tournament has given us shocks in the past. I mean, we don't have to go far to remember Bloemfontein last season. Sundowns went there as the overwhelming favorites, and then knowing what we know now, it didn't happen. For Pirates, clearly, the favorites, they are on form. Everything just seems to be going right for Pirates at the moment. And I don't think for a second that any of those players from the technical team, coaches and everybody else, they will make the mistake of undermining this team. There's a lot at stake. They can win the second tour of the season. They can also give Mbogas a very nice farewell. This is Mbogas' last match. It will be nice to see the guy wear the famous black and white for the last time with a trophy.
Is it not going to be the pink one?
Well, I mean, I don't know, because they are the home team, so Pirates are the home team in this final, so they'll probably wear black and white.
I'm hoping they wear the pink one, because the first time we saw it was at Carling.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But it should be a good game. I just don't want extra time, guys, please.
Whatever happens.
Finish 90 minutes and then we go home. So I'll be there. It should be fun. Also, I'm just hoping for a good game of football. I think also for some of the Pirates players, I hope there are no injuries, touch wood. The Bafana players also, there's a chance now to really send a message to the coach. the CBCs, the Mbules, Apolis, Mufokeng and stuff. And the coach did say that he will give them a few days off after this final, because the rest of the guys are reporting on camp on the 8th. So, yeah, I'm expecting what should be a very, very good game.
Yeah.
I call it a banana skin. Parents must be careful, because two things usually happens when a so-called big team and a small team meet in the final.
Yeah.
It's either a big team can come and roll over you, or a so-called small teams can come guns blazing and cause a major upset. So we'll see what happens, but I'm looking forward. It should be a nice game. Two different styles from different coaches. Difference in terms of quality from both sides.
Yeah.
Because you'll admit that pound for pound, Pirates have got better quality.
For sure.
They play the better football. But this guy, he will do his homework, and they will be in the fight. I've got no doubt about that.
So we've spoken a lot about Ngwana Sesi, Evidence Makgopa, and I think more than anything, we have to talk about him now in terms of, you look into the contribution that he's made to Orlando Pirates, to Bafana, the growth also, because, there's been a lot of criticism with Evidence, but then now you look into how he's able to link up the two departments, how he will go to the middle of the park and he can go fetch the ball and also assist them and then also score. So he's a valuable player for South Africa, not just for Orlando Pirates, but how he has grown. Your thoughts on his performance this weekend, what you're expecting from him?
Yeah, he will be key for them. I always say he reminds me, in terms of the role, in terms of quality, of the late Phil Masinga. He used to play that role very well.
Yeah.
He's somebody who can hold the ball for the other guys to come and feed off him. He's somebody who, if the supplies don't come, he can go and fetch.
Yes.
He can fetch the ball. Also, he's very important for you in terms of set pieces. And I think he was going to be key even for Pirates in the Champions League, because most of the teams in the Champions League, they go to the wing and then put the ball into the box. And sometimes I think that's how you have to play in the Champions League, if you can open them up, sort of trying to play the type of possession, type of football.
Yeah.
He will be key. Set pieces is important, corners and those types of things.
For sure.
He makes them, and also now lately, he scores. He scores crucial goals. That he does that celebration of his of Skomota.
Every time I see him, I'm tempted to ask him to do the celebration.
So he's somebody who will be key for them. There's no doubt about it. And it will be nice also that he has a good game, because from here now take that sort of momentum into Afcon. If you remember. For us, the previous Afcon, there was also that criticism that he's not scoring goals and those types of things.
Yeah.
But I always say France won the World Cup with Oliver Giroud, who's hardly scored a single goal.
Please, hey?
Because he has a particular role he's playing in the team. So he's that type of a guy. So if you want him in the box, he can be in the box. And he can play a little bit combination play with the other guys who are coming through him. So he's somebody who. The Gallants defense will have to keep an eye on,
for sure,
because he can be very destructive. And Pirates, it's a very transitional team. Apolisi will be coming, Mufokeng will be coming, Master Chef will be distributing those passes. You have to be on guard to make sure that they don't cause damage, because if you allow them to play, they can really mesmerize you. But even on the side of Marumo Gallants, if they get off to a good start, maybe they score a goal in the first 10-15 minutes. Pirates can be shaky, and then things can go wrong. But also for Pirates, don't forget, they've got a good bench.
110%.
A significant majority of their matches this season has been won from the bench. They do have quality from the bench, and it's a challenge which Marumo will have to guard against. And it makes it for a very, very good, interesting match. I'm really, really looking forward to it.
It's depth over quality, if anything. So I think the biggest thing, you want to have a bench that has quality. We've seen it; it works throughout Mamelodi Sundowns.
Yeah, because if Plan A does not work, we have got to go to Plan B. And good coaches have got that ability of saying, this is not working. Let's change from the bench and make it work for maybe like in the second half or whatever the case may be. So that's the advantage that Pirates has now.
All right. let's go to Bafana, and we'll start with, you mentioned earlier on the top of the show, form. You said Orlando Pirates is the team that's currently on form. And now here's my question about form. Looking into the national team, right? You've got a Morena, who arguably has helped Hugo Broos in terms of Bafana showing up and all the past call-ups. You call on him, he will help you. You need him as a fullback, you need him as a striker, you need him as a winger. We know he's there. This time around, he's not going to Afcon. What's your thinking in terms of that decision? As much as, yes, there was not game time, but you know what he can bring.
Yeah, I think he's a victim of not having had enough minutes at Sundowns. The same as Mshishi.
Yeah.
But Mshishi, we know, having suffered those injuries and stuff, really worked against him. And I think that at the end, it was the right decision by the coach to leave Themba out.
What?
Yeah, I think I think it's for the best. Yeah,
because he didn't have the minutes.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he hasn't. There was just not enough time for him to prove his fitness.
Okay.
When he got injured in Nashville in that match, I think it was against Polokwane or something.
Yeah.
He only played a few minutes against the MC Alger at the weekend, and stuff like that. Even though he's quite a popular guy in the dressing room, but things like that can cause problems in a team environment.
Sure.
So I think it was a right decision by the coach to leave him out.
Do you know who I blame?
Who? The
Mamelodi
coach.
Sundowns coach.
Yeah, well, I don't know. In terms of injuries, I don't know if you can blame the coach for that. But
no, I get that influencer, but then here's my thing, right? You, as a player, and you know Afcon is coming up. It's not like you are oblivious to it.
You must play.
You know, exactly.
Yeah.
Even if you're giving him 30 minutes, you're giving him 45 minutes, give him that game time, because you know it's not like you're doing him a favor. I wonder if you're playing me, you're doing me a favor. But if you're putting in Mshishi, that's not a favor. You understand the quality that Shika has. So for me, I was just like, but Cardoso, it's not like he's going to, if anything, disrupt your plans at Sundowns. You could have given. Yeah, he's been there. You could have given him the minutes.
Yeah, one of those tricky things that are there. The man is not there, and now it gets even more tricky now, because I really just don't think that he's going to play much for Sundowns going forward. And you must remember also, there's a problem. Sorry, he's on the last year of his contract at Sundowns.
Yeah.
I highly doubt if they are probably going to be renewing his contract at the end of the season. Because at the end of last season they gave him one more year.
Yeah.
And in the eyes of a lot of people, he should go to the World Cup and wind down his career there.
For sure.
Whether he will get there, I don't know. And Coach Broos, when he decides on something, he decides on something. But for the Bafana squad, I'm happy. I think it's a balanced, quality team that has got.
So, are you about form? That was my question. Are you more about form, or are you about the people, loyalty, the people that have helped you in the past?
In this team, he has mixed it up a bit. But on the form, he has left out a player like Thembinkosi Lorch, who is on form. He has not been picked. On form, among the attackers, he has left someone like Igram Reyners, who has been scoring goals for Sundowns. I think he has scored 6 so far in the season.
At least he's on standby.
It is on standby. If anything happens, he will get a chance to go.
Yeah.
But overall, I'm 100% happy with the squad.
Okay.
The squad is good. The squad is talented enough. The squad has got what it takes, in my book, to tick the box of a minimum requirement of getting to a semi-final. In a semi-final, at a big tournament like an Afcon, anything can happen. When we go by per department, the goalkeepers, I'm happy. It was always going to be a long shot for Peterson to come and overtake Gors. They've settled on Gors, and that's fine. We have to respect that. Among the defenders, I think the only person who is out, who probably could have been there, is Thapelo Morena, but Thapelo Morena has not been playing at Sundowns. The rest of the guys there, I'm quite happy. The only issue there that's going to be a bit of a headache for the coach is who starts with Mbogazi as central defense. I'm going to surprise you and say I will start with Mbokazi and Ngezana.
Yes, I was going to say the same thing.
And then go with this.
I'm glad you've jumped on our wagon. Welcome.
And get Aubrey and get Sailor, who are done with the back four. The defensive midfield, I think you'll probably go with Themba and Stole. Even though there will be a big discussion among the coaches with regard to Stole and Talent Mbate, because Stole gives you security, sitting. Talent gives you opportunities going forward.
Offensive, yeah.
You know, I guess you'll have to closely analyze the opposition as to
who you're playing and what
who
you
do you
can
play
get away
and
with.
what you can get from these two players. So from there, but for me, if you want to be on the safe side, I think I'll go with
Yaya.
With Yaya and Themba, and then you know, Abolis and Nkota, and then the man who must cook. I will definitely go with Master Chef. He's on form. I hope he has a good final.
Do you know what I saw at training? I was just marveling when we were at Rand Stadium. As tight as it was at training, MasterChef still found a way to pick a pass and kept the ball moving. And I was just like,
I guess that's the one thing. Obviously, I mean, at an Afcon, he's going to be up against better players. Individually, and also better organized defenses. He's going to have to be quicker in decision making. I think he's going to have to do a little bit of spend as less time on the ball as possible. Be destructive in terms of fighting the right pass. And also he's going to have to track back a lot, because he needs to help the guys in terms of marking. Because if you find a team that is transitional and then they counter-attack, if we lose the ball, they come. Then everybody else must take back and help the defense. So
his teammates also going to play a crucial role.
You know, so that's where I think he's going to. But when we move forward and he's in charge, he's in charge of the orchestra. He's directing the orchestra. He can be very dangerous. You know, he's got a pass in him. He's got a superior football intelligence.
He does.
And also, I would think that obviously teams do analysis and they check. But for most of these players, he's going to be a close book to them. He's not somebody like a Lyle Foster or somebody who everybody else knows. And that can be also a weapon for us in terms of saying, you know, it will take a bit of time for the opposition to figure him out, to say, but who is this guy? How is he playing? And you know, we get our attackers, you know, they can really eat very nice from him. He's somebody who can be key. Lyle Foster.
For sure.
He was not there in Afcon when he had problems. He's back now also. I'm happy. He looks to be in a good space. And he's somebody who really needs to start scoring goals for us, because if he scores goals, we can be good. In a tournament, you need a striker who can score goals. And obviously, he will be the starting attacker with Makgopa providing support from the bench, because Coach Hugo Broos is highly unlikely. I mean, knowing with experience, I don't think he's going to play with two strikers. He's going to go with one. He always go with one target man. And, you know, but anything is possible. So I think that's how we are. I'm quite happy. Our bench is very strong. The other player who can be very key for us is Elias Mukwana from the bench. He can even start.
He was actually crucial as well in the previous.
In the previous one, I mean, he can even start ahead of Apoli sometimes. His club there in Saudi, he's playing as a striker. So if things are tight, if we are chasing a match, we need to score. He can come on as a striker, you know. So yeah, we also have got good options on the bench. I'm quite happy. I think the coach has done very well here. It's a strong team. Inshallah, we'll be in the semi-final, we'll be in the final, and you know, it will be bad for us because it means we stay longer in Morocco. But you know,
no, please stay.
It's going to be good.
It definitely is.
South African football is on the up. You know, we've got two junior national teams going to World Cups. We've got Bafana now. You know, when you look in sports in general, the Springboks are doing well, the Proteas are doing well. So yeah, they're good vibes. And also we are asking for those guys who were singing DNA. They must do the DNA thing now for Bafana now. Please, they must come now. Not only when the Springboks are playing.
We need it.
Together forever now, it must come. We want it now. And then they must go to the airport also when these guys leave.
Yes.
Because the national team, Bafana, is going to Afcon.
Oh, well said.
Anything is possible. I'm quite excited about what's going to come over the next few months.
We definitely are, and the beautiful thing about December is that there's so much sporting action that we can still look forward to. There's not going to be too much of a break. I mean, we've got Afcon, SA20 is coming up, so busy man this December, and it's a great time to be alive and of course to witness it all. But that's where we'll wrap it up for today. We'll pick it up again next week, and I guess all the best to Marumo Gallants and Orlando Pirates. We'll see who will be lifting that trophy. And maybe let us know as well who you backing, who's your money on. But for us, it's cheers. Goodbye.
Good December, boss.
Good December, boss.